I actually asked her mother if she would take the job because she's so wonderful and Tanya loves her so much, and she said, no, but my daughter's interested. And I thought, oh, that's not going to be possible because Tanya's so complicated and has, you know, behaviors. And but what we did is we started working with her. I said, well, why don't we start doing respite? And so she started doing respite for us and spending time with Tanya. And then we had her work with the behavior therapist that we were with at the time, and she helped train her and made a lot of lists and just made everything just really doable. Because I'm just like all of you, I was scared, you know, to let my daughter just live with one person. But yeah, I've known Mika maybe what, 4 or 5 years, but her mom for a lot longer. So. Anyhow, it's she wants to go home. She wants to leave our house and go to be with Mika on the weekends. She's with us. So, well, part of the reason is we're building a house and we're living in a trailer. So she's like, I'm out of here.
Well, Julie and I thought what I think hit me is what you said. You said she was visiting you one weekend, and she said, you know, Mom, I'm ready to go home.
She did. It was like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
She had all her bags packed, and she wanted to go home. And that's what you hope for, you know, that it's going to be like that.
So, you know, the question I have is, because I was talking to my regional center once, and I said, you know, talk about group homes, and I said, well, you know, maybe we're thinking of supported living. And she said, oh, no, Tiana can't do supported living. She needs to be in a group home. And I could just feel, you know, here we go, confrontation. But I just let it go because I wasn't ready anyways. But do you have a problem with that? I mean, I think to the general public, you say supported living, you think they've got to be really high functioning and
that's
can
what
be
I
left
would have
alone.
thought. Yeah,
You know?
I would have thought that.
Till now we're finding out that they don't ever have to be alone.
No. And it, you know, it is hard with the funding and finding the right people. And Mika's more in a managerial position, so I can pay her a salary. And she does bill for part of my daughter's IHSS. I bill for a little bit, you know, for the weekends. But then that helps offset the pay. Otherwise, there's not nearly enough pay from what Regional Center pays to pay a person, or 3 shifts of staff, what some people are doing.
What's the, I'm a little confused where the whole funding comes from. Is it something you put in? Is it all from different
Regional Center pays us as a vendor.
They pay you as a vendor?
Yes.
Whoever sets this up?
Yes, so if you started your own, you would be the vendor.
Right.
And by the way, TLC stands for Tanya Lynn Chadwick. Her grandma thought of that one.
And I always like to think of it as tender loving care.
See, and then they can think whatever they want. What?
Not that big,
Yeah, grandma's in heaven. But, so anyhow, just throw some questions at me. Oh, the funding, okay.
Yeah.
So Regional Center pays one fee of $4,700 per person. It just went up.
Okay.
From it was $44.34. So that's probably why they would rather not do it, because they only pay $2,000 for ARS. And so it's a lot more money,
It's the money.
you know. But they can't say no, because I said the D word. Because there's only 2 qualifications for supported living, and that is that they want to be more independent and they want to live in supported living, and that's it. So they can't say that you can't, you know. And so what you do is you ask your Regional Center case manager for an invitation, because you have to go to the orientation, and they only have the orientation 4 times a year, and it's always the first week in January, April or March. January, March, June, I think. I'm not sure. It's 4 times a year. And so you have to get the invitation from your Regional Center case manager, and you have to attend the orientation. And they really try to scare you at the orientation, you know, and say, you know, that it's difficult. And the first one we went to, they always have a vendor speak. And the one that we went to said that they brought a young man to speak too. And, sorry, I'm talking with Larry, okay? And they were talking about this guy who was independent and he, was walking to the store and he got beat up in the alley and everything. And we're just like, oh, that's so terrible, But it just depends on the situations that you set up with your own staff and the people that you serve. And so, for somebody to be walking in an alley, that wouldn't happen to any of the people that I know or that I represent. So, anyhow. So the regional center pays that, and then it's my responsibility to pay, the workers' comp, the liability insurance, and the staff, and all the other things that have to do.
And the housing, how, and pay for
No, they pay for the housing out of their SSI.
Oh, okay, that's for the housing.
That's what we were talking about. So they're,
So, wait a minute, because rents, when you say pay for housing, explain that more out of SSI, because
well,
obviously it's not $800 a month, it's gonna be more,
Right.
right?
And that is complicated. Regional Center used to do an additional payment of $300 to $400 per month per person, and it's called an RSVP program until they get low-income housing, which, as we all know, it's Section 8 or whatever is forever. But they don't do that anymore because they said that a lot of people were abusing it. So right now you're basically on your own. But as a roommate, as a paid roommate, Mika pays a portion of the rent, John pays a part of the rent, and Tanya pays a part of the rent. So they split the rent. And then they each pay for, pitch in $200 a month for food. And, we pitch in for a lot of the extras, like you can do their cell phone, their cable, if you want, out of the special needs trust. We've worked it all into a budget that works, except for all their extra activities, which are a lot. She loves to go to the dances, she likes to go bowling, and whatever. We want her to have a SeaWorld pass and a zoo pass, right?
Yeah.
What? Oh, you used the ramp today, I know,
Yeah.
big girl.
Where at?
At Poway Fun Bowl. And did you buy a soda?
Yeah.
We have to bribe her to
Yeah.
get a soda to use the ramp. Otherwise she pitches the ball forward.
Mom?
What?
Oh,
The ramp's broke?
well,
What? The soda?
but yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
So Mika, so you pretty much work full-time? Because the last,
Yeah.
a vendor that came in or 2 months ago, they had 2 people on a shift, right? Yeah. It was morning
Yeah,
and
I
then
do
evening.
work full time, but I can be relieved
Well,
if I need.
between your day program, you've got that free time.
Yeah, I have that free time, and then on occasion I want to go out at night, and I need to be home with them. I can have someone come and sit in for me or something like that. If need them.
That's what the 4,700 covers. Right?
Yes. Extra additional staff? Yes. I guess so. I usually pay for it.
No, I was just wondering, the
I'm just
money,
trying
the
to
4,700 that you're saying that comes from regional center, it covers the care.
Oh, yes.
Well, and then you
Okay.
also said IHSS.
No, SSI.
What's this?
No,
It's
IHSS. If you
IHSS.
have it, like Tanya has protected custody, so we get $268.
Okay, and then that,
And she bills for like $180.
I bill for 180, and then she gets the rest for the weekends that Tanya's with her. But not all people do.
No, John doesn't have
Yeah.
any.
So what you have to pay her, what the salary arrangement you've
Yes.
set up with her
Mhm.
is less that, what she
Right.
bills IHSS for.
Yes, she shows me, scans the IHSS check, and then I go by gross. Our CPA said we have to go by gross,
Right.
then we're not double taxing or anything,
Right.
so, yeah.
and then do you pay payroll out of it, so you get the IRS, you do payroll tax, so you run payroll?
Oh,
You
yeah.
do the payroll taxes and all that, and that, wow.
Well, that seems like the trickiest thing would be to cover the housing.
That is about the two trickiest things is to be able to live on the Social Security and find affordable housing and finding the right staff people.
Which is pretty much retirement for anyone.
So she's doing that as a vendor, she's not doing that as a parent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's her business.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
I'm getting this, I'm just trying to,
So
And then-
she's a parent, but she's doing this as a vendor. So
So this
yeah,
would
the
not-
parent doesn't have to
we don't
worry
have to
about
worry
all
about
those
this. We say-
particulars. It's the vendor that worries about it, although she's gonna interact with the parent or the adult siblings, whoever, and setting it, like going home on the weekends and making sure, and maybe covering some of that extra stuff they like to do out of a special needs trust.
And as a staff person, I don't know if this goes with it, but like I talked to John's mom, like, you know, John's mom doesn't have to go through Julie to get info on him, or like, you know, I talk, directly.
Because you're with her every day?
Yeah.
So Julie, so then you've got other families, right, obviously, and this is your daughter, but then how many other families are you mentoring for? Someone just calls you up and says, for instance, Tiana, we want Tiana to live, that's the other thing, so Tiana's conserved, so we tell the regional center that Tiana wants to be more independent, and we want her to live in a supportive living, because Tiana can't say it. She's not
Right.
supportive, you know, she's conserved, basically.
Well, I just did an assessment on a young man who's very verbal, and he was at the supported living, because we were asked to speak to be one of the presenters at the supported living orientation. And so I brought some twins that are 33 years old that I serve, and they lived in the group home, and they always wanted to be independent. And their mom always said, don't say anything, you know, because they have to act on it, you know. But so now they came with me. They love the supported living, and they have a wonderful care provider. And they came with me and spoke, and it was just so sweet. They just said how much they liked it, how much they loved the independence, and then you know, they just start putting their head on my shoulder, and we love Julie, John. It's like, oh, you would have thought I paid them.
So how long does the whole process take for someone to call you and say, you know, we'd like our daughter, or she wants to be in a supportive living? From getting roommates to tip, you know, I mean, basically the whole thing.
Mhm.
And then there's funding, I'm assuming, it's gotta go through
So
regional
you
center.
find the house also, right?
Well, I help them. It does help that I'm a real estate agent, but I
Oh.
just go on Craigslist anyhow, you know, and look for rentals,
Okay.
and then somebody has to guarantee because they don't have credit, you know. So one thing to think about is if this is something that you want to do, is now add your children onto your SDG&E and or your cable and things like that, because then when they go to get their own place, they already have credit. Tanya, we didn't have to pay deposits or anything. So that's something to think about. But
But can you do that if they're conserved?
Yeah,
I don't
It doesn't
know.
Oh,
accept
you
conservative.
can?
Because Danny's conserved too, and I
think
don't
they
know.
have the
I don't
rights.
think they're allowed to
They have no rights.
oh, okay. So well, then you just have to, you know,
it's
deal
all
with that.
underneath our.
I don't think,
Yeah.
I don't think we should assume that, though.
Yeah.
I don't think we should necessarily assume that they can't go out
And get
or we can't go
But she
out.
can't legally
No, they can't
enter
have a
into a
car.
contract.
But
We make
you
the
could
decisions,
for
but they
her,
can't.
maybe.
No,
I
they-
don't know.
She has no right to enter into a contract, so,
Well, I think,
Without your consent, though.
without, yeah.
Right.
No.
if you.
It's a good question.
I
Yeah,
think
it
if you go to SDG&D and you say, I want to add, if I go there and I say, I want to add Evan White to my account,
Mhm.
they're going to say, who's that? That's my adult son.
Mhm.
Just answer the questions.
It's
Yeah.
right.
Just answer the
No,
who's an
okay.
adult
Don't say
son.
more than
That's-
you need.
Yes,
That's our adult daughter who will get the 20% discount from SDG.
yes.
Yeah, oh, no,
Oh.
I think we have that program.
See,
Yeah.
we didn't have that, but that does help with her, you know, to get the discount.
By the way, SDG&E does give discounts for adult kids, 20%.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
everyone knows that. Just call them up, yep.
But
Yeah.
we just got
Health
it.
care program or something?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter your income.
No.
So
There's
Julie,
two
so
ways
how long
that-
is that process?
Well, it completely depends. Like for us, it took a
It does.
year
Okay.
for Tanya.
Okay.
For other people.
So not vendoring, I mean, just going to a vendor, not making it our own
No,
business.
the biggest thing is to find the housing and the staff, and everybody's so different. So what I do is I have anybody that I'm hiring or thinking of hiring, I have them spend time with the individual, and I just pay them because I think it's really important to you know, for them to feel comfortable.
So then it's probably,
And what's-
smart thing to do is to start looking at friends or our,
That's the
That you
best
know
thing.
and
People
trust.
you know.
What kind of a turnaround over do you have with the?
I've only had one.